last series, I started in Athens and visited islands I was really familiar with. This year, I'm starting in the northernmost island of Greece, Thasos. And I'm visiting places I've never been to before. I'm looking forward to it.
In the first series of My Greek Odyssey, I began unravelling the story of this spectacular and historic nation by travelling from Athens, around the Peloponnese and up to the Ionian Islands. It was a journey that took in parts of the country that a lot of tourists know well, but in amongst the more frequented islands were hidden gems and places undiscovered by the holidaying masses. This series, I'm back aboard my beautiful boat Miozoi and heading to a region of Greece I've never spent much time in before. The plan is to skip from island to island, taking in the northern Aegean. It's going to be a journey of discovery where I'll be digging deeper into the fabric that makes Greece so unique and immersing myself in a centuries-old culture that's unlike anywhere else on the planet. Along the way, you'll not only see amazing sights, you'll also meet remarkable characters. I'll introduce you to the local cuisine, give you a bit of a history lesson, and most importantly, inspire you so you can make Greece your next holiday destination. First stop, Thasos. It's the northernmost of the major Greek islands, with the mainland only about 7 kilometres away. It's a mountainous landmass, almost circular in shape, with the towering peak of Ipsarios standing near its heart. The climate here is fantastic, with cool winters and warm summers. You don't get the stifling heat experienced further south, nor do you have the high winds. Thasos is also relatively quiet, even during the peak holiday season. It's certainly not one of those highly developed tourist hubs where you struggle to avoid the masses. Yeah, there's a couple of beaches that get quite busy, but the fertile interior of the island and coastal areas away from the big towns give you a chance to escape the crowds and relax in peace.
Thasos is not for the uninspired. It's not like your normal Greek island. Everything's at the ready. You've got to go out and grab it. You've got to get off the beaten track to find places like this where you can sit back, do a little bit of work in the best environment. You can go to a beach that's crowded. You can go to a beach that's secluded. Thasos has everything to offer, but you've got to go out and find it. Get off the beaten track.
Greece is constantly evolving. One island might be booming with activity, while another previously popular spot may be in decline. It happens all over the world, only here it's been going on for a couple of thousand years. Thasos is a great example of a once thriving island that endured some hard times. Now though, it's on the up, and one person that's experienced this change firsthand is Thasos. He grew up here and in 1995 started a beach bar, setting himself up with an enviable lifestyle.
Almost nothing here, almost nothing.
There was nothing on the beach?
Almost nothing, almost nothing.
And since then, all this has been built up?
Yes, and year by year comes more and more person visit to the beach.
So does it get very busy? Do you fill the chairs up here?
Yes, and very busy. We start earlier, almost the end of the April.
From April till when? How long's the season?
15th of October, the last day.
So what do you get, young people coming or families? What do you get here?
For all ages.
Everything?
For all ages. Very young, old persons. It's not problem for this because young person don't need always have loud music, and for them have relax and when feel the place we care a lot for them, come every day here.
Yeah. I need to touch you, Thasos, because look at you. You look young. You dress like a young man. Look at this. It's fantastic.
Yes,
eh?
yes.
You're like a 20-year-old.
Thank you very much. I'm 60 years old.
You're 60 years old?
Yes, I'm 60 years old.
That's a thing that we do in Greek, you know?
Yes.
To warn off the demons. But you look fantastic.
Thank you very much.
I'm going to sit here for a while. Do you mind if I sit here?
Yes.
Well, of course you don't mind if I sit here for a while. I've been sitting here all day.
Because I do that, I like it. And make me feel happy. And I think this is, it's come to my face, to come to my soul. Because I do that I want and I feel very good for the people I'm around.
You know what, Thasos? I'm drinking water. I've been drinking water all day, but now that I'm in the mood, you've got me thinking about it, I might have an ouzo, eh?
Ouzo.
Should I have an ouzo now?
Tsipuro.
No, not tsipuro. Tsipuro kills me, mate.
It's hard.
No, too much for me.
Yes.
I'm Greek, but I'm not all the way, so should we order as ouzo?
A lot of ouzo, yes.
Let's get one, eh?
A lot of ouzo, yes.
Cheers.
All across Thasos, you can find secluded spots with beaches where people bask in the sun during the day, soaking up the rays between refreshing swims. Then at night, the previously quiet bars come to life as the sunbathers leave the sand and head for a sunset drink. It's an idyllic way to spend your days. albeit probably not the healthiest.
You know, Thasos might be a bit of a sleeper to most people, but it's actually touched us all in some way. I guarantee it's touched you, and you don't even know it. It's definitely touched me. Definitely touched me with this stuff. Thasos white marble. This beautiful crystalline rock is on bench tops and bathrooms in over 150 countries in the world. Over the last 2,500 years, they've been mining this stuff and sending it all around the world. You've probably been to a bathroom with this stuff in it. Anyway, I think it's time for a swim.
If there's one downside to the brilliant white marble covering the beach, it's the glare. If you come here, you'll need some sunglasses. One of the most unfortunate things about tourism in Greece is that the majority of the 30 million tourists that come here every year visit only 5 islands: Santorini, Crete, Corfu, Rhodes and Mykonos. The reason for this is that you don't hear much about the other ones, unless of course you're Greek, have a Greek friend, or are lucky enough to marry one. The reality is there are so many other great places to visit in Greece, like Thasos, that offer beaches, restaurants, views, history and culture just as rich and vibrant as any of those top 5. The best part is, it all comes without the hustle and bustle. Mind you, it won't last for long, so you better get here fast. Thasos has a rich history stretching right back to antiquity. Since those times, much has changed. Empires have risen and fallen, the culture has evolved and generations of families have come and gone. Along the way, the different peoples that call this island home have left their mark. To learn more about some of the earliest inhabitants, I checked out the Archaeological Museum in Limenas, where I met with Tony Caselli, a French archaeologist who has lived here for 50 years.
Hey?
Yes,
You can
course.
see it from here. It's
Sure,
beautiful, isn't it, eh?
Sure.
Unbelievable.
Yeah.
Wow, Tony. So this is the 3rd largest kouros in the world,
Yes, it's the 3rd place.
and the 2nd largest, it's fully
Biggest,
intact.
3.5 meter long.
3.5 metres. Wow, it's impressive. And it's holding the ram. And that's, what's that signify?
It's for sacrifice it,
I say sacrifice.
Yes.
Because normally the kouroses, they don't hold anything.
but never finished.
Never finished.
Never finished. It's second work of a sculpture. I mean, it must be finished in the Acropolis, in the place.
I've learned through my travels that my expectations of seeing completely intact ancient works of art and sculptures are not realistic. Quite often, as is the case with this kouros, they're incomplete, having been weathered by Mother Nature or damaged by human impact. However, no matter what state they're in, they still tell a story.
So Tony, I'm dying to see something on Theagenes because I've read so much about him. He's a bit of an inspiration to Thasos, isn't he?
Yes, it's an idol of Thasos.
I see all these athletic busts here. I assume this is commemoration for Theagenes.
Yes, Theagenes is very important for Thasos. You know, we have fragments of inscription of all his he won in Olympic Games.
So I understand he won boxing in 2 Olympic Games.
Yes, he is sure in Nemea, in Olympia, in Delphi, in Isthmia, all these important antique games.
And he wasn't just a boxer. He won 1,400 fights in where they wrestle and box, where they actually almost kill the other man. Is that
Yes,
right?
he was very strong.
It was like UFC. He was probably the first UFC champion, really.
Possible, yes,
Yes.
I think.
Yeah, and I understand this is the money box, isn't it?
Yes, this is a money box when the people who come to visit his sculpture in ancient Agora, they put help money for him because after that he was also politician, and this money box is always staying in Agora.
And that's to help Theagenes because he was a champion of Thasos.
Sure, he
Yes.
was very, very important for Thasos,
Fantastic.
like athlete and like a politician.
Fantastic. Tony, I understand like this, they say this might be him, he was a very, very strong man.
Yes, he was very strong man. Even when he was 9-year-old boy, he's passing from Agora from school, and he saw this statue of Heracles, and then he take it and he bring it at home. And after that, the people from Agora was very scared because Agora disappeared. And then they said it was boy, and didn't believe, and they punishment was that he must bring it back. And he take it, this bronze sculpture, and he bring it in the same place and put it on the base. This is a story which we know from the inscriptions.
Amazing, amazing.
While it's a shame there's no complete statue of the great Theagenes, it at least means I can visualise my own image of this legendary Thasian. The museum collection spans thousands of years, from prehistory right through to the classic and Hellenistic periods. They're fascinating remnants of the past that inspire wonder. But what's great about Thasos is that beyond the confines of the museum walls are several easily accessible archaeological sites. To show me around, I caught up with Tony Oswin. He's so knowledgeable about Thasos that he's created a series of guidebooks on the place.
So, Tony, the last time I saw something like this was the Agora in Athens.
Well, Limenis was known, which is now known as Thasos town, was known as the Athens of the North. It was one of the most powerful of the city-states, and they built such a beautiful agora to complement it. It was all built of white marble, which was quarried on the island, down at Aliki, which we'll see in the future, and covered the whole of the island's capital here.
And what sort of buildings are we looking at here, mate?
Everything that's needed within an agora, so the Bouleuterium, which is your council chambers, the law courts, and all the ancillary offices that were required to run the island. This is where everybody came. This is where it all happened. People talked, people met, people traded. It was the hub of the city.
Now, I want to see that ring you were telling me about earlier, that ring of the...
Yeah.
Can we go and have a look at that?
The only one in Greece.
Let's go and have a look at it, mate. Come on.
And here's the monument to Theagenes.
Theagenes is that famous athlete, one of the most famous in Greece, from what I understand.
Yeah.
I love the guy. 1,400 fights, fantastic. Some famous people came from here, eh?
We're walking the steps, the footsteps of so many important people. We've got Brutus and Cassius, who were the murderers, or certainly were in the front of murdering Julius Caesar. His greatest friend, Mark Antony. Octavian, who came with him, who in the end became Augustus, the first emperor of Rome. Hippocrates was here, the father of medicine.
So where's this ring that you were talking about, mate?
The ring is down here.
There it is.
We believe, it's only been recently found, and we believe it's the only tether for sacrifices in Greece that's in situ. So they used to tie their sheep or whatever up to the ring and cut its throat and sacrifice it to Theagenes.
Theagenes?
Yeah.
Well, he must have been a great man.
They thought that he was such a great man that he also had powers and became really a demigod.
I mean, it's huge, this place, mate.
Yeah.
It's not exactly the Athens Agora, but it's almost up there with it. It just lacks a stadium, a theatre or something, doesn't it?
There is a theatre, and that's up on the hill up there.
Should we go up and have a look at it?
Yeah.
I didn't know there was a theatre.
The location and prosperity of Thasos made it an important trade and administrative centre since antiquity. Add to this the good climate, and you can understand why this was a place that attracted so many people of power and wealth. Naturally, the Agora had to reflect the opulence of the island and its inhabitants, hence the grandeur of it.
Bit of work in progress. 132 steps, middle of the day, 35 degrees. Cameraman, soundy, producer and myself, we're the only lemons that are coming up here. Even Tony thought we were fools for coming up here, but we're on a tight schedule, so we've got no choice. He told me the story though, awesome story. Built in the 3rd century BC by the Greeks, and it was used for plays in the afternoon. It was then overtaken by the Romans 1st century AD, and they used it as a coliseum for fights, gladiator fights, and crucifying Christians, and just around here, horseback, all sorts of stuff happening. Those walls were built by the Romans actually to keep the wild animals from jumping over and killing the people watching. And if you look over there closely in those seats, you'll see some engravings, and that's engraved names of people that sat there. That was actually saying that they had season tickets. I'm gonna go and check it out.
While the backdrop for the theatre is one thing, the structure itself is far more spectacular. For such a small island, it's amazing to find a theatre of this size and quality. But that's a testament to just how wealthy and powerful the people that lived here were. You don't build something like this in the nearby Agora without a lot of money and the need to put that prosperity on show. Most of the island's wealth came from the mining of precious metals and marble. It was also famous throughout Greece for its wine. However, a lot of the fortune accrued by the wealthy people that lived here came from their mining and other operations on the mainland. They brought that money here, spending it on a lifestyle similar to that enjoyed by their contemporaries in Athens. I think the guys here had it much better than those in the city. Thasos would have been far more scenic and peaceful, not nearly as busy as the Big Smoke.
You know, I'm so obsessed by the classical period, 300, 400, 500 BC, that sometimes I think I may have actually been here. Now, if I was here, coming to Thasos now, I think I would have liked to have been here. Maybe I was one of the Christians swimming in the water, enjoying myself in the Agora, come up here, caught by the Romans, crucified. But I'm back.
Or maybe I was one of the politicians and spent my days debating in the Agora. Then again, I could have been a military leader, fighting against the Persians. Now that would have been cool. I do like to lead. Nah, chances are I worked in the marble quarries or one of the vineyards. One remnant of the distant past that remains in practice still today is the making of olive oil. Every island in the Mediterranean does it. And while the techniques might have modernised a little, it's still a basic process that hasn't changed much in centuries. Here on Thasos, Sotiris olive mill shows you how industrial development took olive oil manufacture from hands-on, tireless labour to mass production. This particular machine was run by a water wheel. The continuous flow rotated the huge wheel, which in turn activated the grinding gears. The heavy millstones would mash the freshly harvested olives, and the resulting emulsion was then layered between hemp mats and pressed. A full day of operation would yield 200 kilos of oil. The system was used from 1915 to 1966. Electricity was then introduced to the island, and these machines took production to the next level. They make 400 kilos of oil an hour, but have been superseded with even more efficient and modern presses that turn out 4 times that amount. That's almost 60 times the volume being produced a century ago. For over 4 generations, the Sotirelis family have been in the olive oil industry, so they've seen firsthand how things have changed. Sotiris follows in the footsteps of his forefathers and does so with pride and passion. It's evident in the way he beams as he shows me these photographs of his family. It's hard to fathom how someone can continuously be inspired by olive oil for so many years. But after spending a couple of hours with Sotiris, you leave with more than just an understanding for what he considers to be a craft. You develop a genuine appreciation for it. From one staple of island life that's found around the world to another product you've probably come across, marble. Now, being a builder, I've made my poor wife move house 17 times, and one of the fondest memories of the first home we built together was the selection of marble for our bathrooms. Whether it was through creativity or patriotism, Helen chose a Greek marble, Thasos white. Now, 28 years later, I couldn't miss the opportunity to visit the place of its origin, along with the chief engineer of the quarry, Gerasimos.
Έχει μεγάλη...
Αυτός ο γερανός, μεγάλος,
Σηκώνει 25 τόνους.
So what happens here, the blocks come from the quarry, they go here, and that diamond saw cuts the first face. They then lay it on its side, and it's flat so they can slice it up into slabs. We're going to go and have a look at that now. Πάμε να δούμε. Έλα. Αυτό που κάνει τώρα είναι 12 ώρες να γίνει.
Για να τελειώσει.
Unbelievable. What's happening now is the blocks being cut into slabs. It's going to take 12 hours for those diamond saws to cut through that slab. Unbelievable.
Have a look at this machine. It looks like parts of the olive press we just saw. It's that old. But don't let appearances deceive you. As they say, they don't make them like they used to. This machine runs 24 hours a day, and it's doing the same work that equipment a quarter of its age does. And despite how long it's been in operation, the end product is faultless. Looking at the sheets of marble at the end of the process line, you get an appreciation for why it's in demand all over the world. It's nearly perfectly white, geometrically flawless, and quite simply beautiful. You made a great choice, Helen. Coming into the quarry, the first word that left my mouth was an expletive that I'm not allowed to say on television. So let's just say, wow is an understatement.
Years. They've been digging this quarry for 45 years and they reckon there's another 50 in it. What's amazing here is that this marble, this snow-white Thasos marble that's loved through the world, is formed here. Thousands of years of pressure on the mountain have created this metamorphic rock, the dolomite, that creates this beautiful stone that goes to the factory and gets cut up into kitchen slabs and bathroom walls. It's awesome.
Everybody loves a view overlooking a harbour or beach, and there's always something awe-inspiring about being on the top floor of a tall building, taking in the panorama of a cityscape. But when you're a builder, engineer, or even a home handyman, there's nothing like the cavernous expanse of an open-cut mine or quarry to get the heart thumping.
Miles west of Limeni is another Thasos hidden gem. This beautiful Paralia beach. It's aptly named Marble Beach. And 7 o'clock in the morning, it's filling up already, so I'm going to go for a swim. Water looks awesome.
I love this place, and clearly, it's by no means a secret spot. It's a famous stretch of sand, or should I say marble, in a quiet part of the island. The amazing thing is, the open-cut quarry is only 200 metres away. The work going on just over the hill isn't bothering a soul. And in actual fact, the tailings from the quarry have given this beach its own identity. Throughout the summer, it's a busy place, but because there's no surf, it's quite relaxed, with people lazing in the sun, lying on deck chairs beneath umbrellas, or floating about in the shallows. It seems as the temperature rises, the level of activity goes down. Come to think of it, I reckon I was the most active person there.
Wow, 2 hours, and look at it's changed completely. The music's pumping, the place is crowded. I don't want to leave this place, man. It's too good. Kalimera, excuse me for the way I'm dressed, but I just got out of the water at Marble Beach. I had to catch Kyriakos before he cooks lunch, and it's a local provincial dish of Thasos, sarmadakia. Τι έχουμε?
Έχουμε dill, parsley, spring onions, shallot, and mint.
And what's this?
This is navalis.
Vine leaves, okay.
It's from grapes and it's very nice.
Okay, και τι άλλο έχουμε?
Έχουμε ελαιόλαδο, λεμόνι που θα το χρειαστούμε αργότερα.
Olive oil, which we need now, some lemon for later, pepper and salt, and some rice.
Some rice.
Okay, what are we going to do first?
We'll make all this mix here.
Okay, let's put it in. Let's go.
All.
Now this is easy. This is such an easy dish because you just mix all the stuff in, basically. Alati τώρα.
Malt, all.
Alati and pipetti, just stick it all in. It's that easy. This is actually the stuffing. Check this out. Look at that. Whoa, wow.
Doppio ladi.
Local olive oil, of course, but if you haven't got local olive oil, I don't think that matters. And we just mix. Now this is like dolmadakia, but the difference between dolmadakia and sarmadakia is that sarmadakia don't have minced meat in them. And you can put minced meat in, and we might do a couple of those for me later, you know, because I'm not the vegan.
Θα με βοηθήσετε να το ανακατέψετε.
No, I'll keep
Για να στραγγίξω εγώ αυτά εδώ.
I've been told to do some work. Now what he's going to do now is he's going to grab these leaves that he's been soaking away in water, and he's going to put them in the colander and dry them up. Let's do that now, Kyriakos. Am I running the show or are you running it? What's going on here, mate? Come on, let's go. Into the colander. This looks awesome. Look at this. It's awesome. Look, smell it. Beautiful. The mirodika, the aromatic herbs that we've put in there, just give it the best aroma. It's awesome. Now, what are we going to do now? We're going to lay the leaves out. We've got some that are dried.
Θα έχουμε ανακατέψει όλα. I want to be sure.
You want to be sure. You're like the captain. You don't trust me. He's like the producer. Doesn't trust me at all with the drone or anything, right?
Βάζουμε το φύλλο από αυτή την πλευρά.
Okay.
Ποτέ από αυτό.
Oh, so, γιατί,
It's a little bit more hard.
okay, so you put the actual root of the leaf up, not down when you're folding them. So we're going to put this stuffing in these leaves. Now, it's fairly important that you understand these leaves are vine leaves from grapes, but you can use any leaf. My mother-in-law used to use leaves from the backyard. Any sort of leaf is fine.
Βάζουμε μία κουταλιά.
1 spoon, is that all?
no.
Oh, we might need 2 spoons to mine, right? Okay. Now, look at how quickly he wraps, man. Geez, you're a quick wrapper.
Έχετε πάρει το εύκολο κομμάτι. Πρέπει να τυλίξετε από εδώ, γέλατε από εδώ να τυλίξετε.
Okay, well, show me, get in.
Να, έτσι. Δεξιά, αριστερά και ύστερα όλο πέρα.
Okay, all right.
Δεξιά,
Let me
left and right.
Δεξιά, αριστερά.
Και σφιχτά, μπράβο, πολύ ωραία.
See, anyone can do it. Even a builder like me can do it. Look at that. I hope Mum watching up there. Look at that. My first one. They look good. And we're going to put them in here, right?
Ναι, ναι.
So can you
Αλλά
put
σφιχτά.
sphicta, so
No.
tied up against each other.
Γύρω.
Like this.
Μάλιστα.
So you do the circumference first.
I've never rolled one of these in my life, but I picked it up pretty quickly. So clearly anyone can do it. It's a very simple recipe and complements many other Greek dishes, like egg and lemon soup, or even as an hors d'oeuvre. Now I sound like some sort of food expert.
Όποιος δουλεύει εδώ ματώνει, κύριε Παναγιώτη. Τελευταία χώρα, είδατε μου κόπηκα εγώ. Λοιπόν, ελάτε πιο εδώ, ελάτε πιο εδώ.
I've got blood on my head because I hit the corner of this thing, and I'm blaming the cameraman for that. He's pushing me hard. I'm working so hard.
The recipe and process is simple enough, but to make a meal's worth of these tasty morsels, it takes a while. Now this is a Greek household, so we're not making just a few, we're churning out 50 of them. In the meantime, the soundo grabbed me a band-aid for my head wound. This presenting business sure isn't easy.
That's a little bit of olive oil. Look at that. Oh, that smells so good.
Το λεμόνι είναι τόπιο εδώ. Είναι πολύ ωραίο.
And then we put some leaves on top. Now this is the trick at doing sarmadakia or dolmadakia. You put a plate on top as a weight. Have a look at that.
Και θα το σκεπάσουμε, θα βάλουμε νερό
And we put some water as well. Το γεμίζουμε με νερό.
μέχρι να σκεπαστούν.
So we keep putting water in until the water covers the plate basically.
Θα το βράσουμε για μία ώρα σε χαμηλή φωτιά. Αυτό είναι το μυστικό, να μην το έχουμε σε πολύ δυνατή φωτιά και μας σπάσουν.
Okay, so the trick is to put it on a low heat for about an hour so that the sarmadakia can take the water in and drink it all. We can now go for a swim. Πάμε για κολύμπι.
An hour later, we opened up the pot and voila, it's almost done. The strong aroma of the herbs brought back memories of walking through my mum's kitchen as a boy. Mind you, my mother-in-law, God rest her soul, took these guys to a different level. A taste sensation.
Now the big taste test. We have the sarmadakia, we have a local Thasian wine, and more importantly, the local Thasian olive, the thruba, which you can actually eat straight off the tree. They're awesome. Anyway, hands, no knife and fork. Let's see. Oh, Kyriako. He's done it again. These sarmadakia, they're fantastic. Oh, they're beautiful. Cheers. Styliasas.
The French might be known for their hors d'oeuvres, but we Greeks are pretty good at them too. Maybe they should add sarmadakia to their menus. In my quest to visit all 227 inhabited Greek islands, the opportunity often arises to step foot on some that are not populated at all, but have something peculiar worth checking out. One such landmass is this one, Thasopula.
Man, as you come around this point, look at all those birds. That is unbelievable. In the water out there, look at them all. Let's go to that little building over there. Let's see what that little building is, eh? Now, they say that Thasos is the northernmost island of Greece. It's actually the northernmost main island of Greece. This is the northernmost island of Greece, and it's uninhabited, except for this man-made thing, which we think Yanni reckons it's a fisherman's hut. So, Yanni, leave me so I can be here for a while on my own and just take it in. There is a population here, though. All these birds. And now that the sound of the motors have gone, all I can hear is seagulls. There's thousands of them everywhere. Look around, they're in the water, they're everywhere. Anyway, I'm going to check out this fisherman's hut.
This tiny island sits directly between Thasos and Kermoti on the mainland. It's part of a Natura 2000 protected area, one of thousands across Europe that have been established to protect some of the continent's most valuable species and habitats. The abundance of bird life is due to the food-rich waters and plant life of the island.
So I've worked out why they're all here. All the fig trees and olive trees, they're eating them all. Anyway, we're going. See ya, Thasopula. Move, there, move, 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 move.
Thasos has a beautiful coastline, but when you travel inland to some of the secluded mountain villages, you get to its rural heart with a more authentic cultural experience. Some of these settlements have been here for many hundreds of years, relatively untouched by outside influence.
What a beautiful village.
It's a very beautiful village, very traditional. Castro village is one of the oldest villages in Thasos. It was firstly mentioned in the 12th century. That was very well known and famous and crowded. This village is abandoned nowadays. All of the houses are used only in the winter time, and all of the owners of the houses are local people that live in Limenaria. So no tourists, nobody lives here in the summer.
That's what I want. I want to meet some local people. I want to have a coffee with someone local.
Of course we can. Let me introduce you to Kostas, where you can have a very refreshing frappe and a nice yogurt with honey and walnuts.
Oh, that'd be great. Can we
We
go?
will go in the local tavern now. Let's go.
Okay.
Costa owns the only tavern in the village. Now you can imagine that it doesn't exactly do a roaring trade, but that's the way he likes it. After all, it's his retirement. He moved back to Greece from Germany to enjoy the peaceful life he had growing up. His days are spent serving the occasional visitor and winter locals, and his specialties are the yogurt and honey he makes himself. The only problem is, I'm not exactly a yogurt fan.
She wants to smell
No
it.
smell.
Are you sure?
Maybe a little bit of smell.
Little bit.
Little bit.
Little bit.
Oh, of course.
Okay.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Thank you, thank you.
And bon appetit.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. You should try that.
Now, sorry,
Please.
sorry, Ava, I'm the only Greek that doesn't eat yogurt, and I know how good it
Really?
is. You know what? I might go for the first time in my life having some yogurt. Ah!
Come on. Come on, Panayotis, you can do it.
Oh,
Huh? What?
That's not that bad. It's not that bad.
It's very delicious.
I love the mulberries, man. They're awesome. I don't want the yogurt. They're from that mulberry tree over there, apparently. And there's some walnuts in there as well, eh?
There are some walnuts. There is honey, pure honey made from Kostas.
Oh,
You
what a change.
You will feel like Superman after that.
Yeah?
Yeah?
For such a small island, there's an incredible diversity in the landscapes and ecosystems. In just a short drive, you can go from the coast to a desert mountain and into a rainforest that feels like those you find in New Zealand or Brazil. It's a multi-layered landscape that's easily discovered via a myriad of hiking trails across the island. And if walking isn't your thing, you can also explore some of them on a four-wheel drive safari. I was lucky enough to meet Ava, a local who knows the island like the back of a hand. She loves to take visitors to the hidden gems, off the beaten track, and not in the guidebooks. She's full of information and energy, so be prepared for a big day of adventures and education.
This is absolutely amazing, Ava. Tell me something. What is that mountain that I can see on that island over there?
This is Mount Athos in the distance.
Wow, Mount Athos. That's where I'm going next. It's fantastic. This part of Thasos is like I'm in a different country to where it is on the seaside. It's just completely different. It's green. The trees are magnificent.
Do you know something?
What?
There's much more to see.
Let's go. Let's go.
let's
Let's
go.
go. Ava, this is unbelievable. I don't think I've ever seen anything like this.
This is my favorite spot.
Your favourite spot. And not many people know about it.
No.
Where exactly are we?
We are at the backside of Ipsarion, the highest peak. So behind these beautiful rock formations, you can find the highest peak, Ipsarion. So now we have only a small part of the view that we will have from the top.
It's so beautiful. I look at this and I just want to sit here in peace for a moment and just take it all in and maybe meditate for a minute.
I think it's the best place to do that.
Okay.
After a brief moment of contemplation, it was a short walk further along the trail to another magnificent viewpoint that gave a totally different perspective of the island.
So Ava, tell me, where are we?
Now we are at Ipsarion, the highest peak. You can see all the hiking trails that there are here, and I'm planning to take one of them, maybe in October, and reach up here.
All the way up here.
All the way up here, yes.
When I first came here, I said, Thasos is the place that you have to go out and find things. From up here, it's all in front of you. My next destination is right over there at Mount Athos, and I'm really looking forward to that. But I'm sad that I'm leaving. Let's go.
But before leaving, I've got a couple more places to see. One of which is at the southern tip of the island and harks back to the earliest days of the marble trade on the island. All along the coastline of Thasos, there are hidden gems. I could spend weeks exploring the island and still not unearth all that it has to offer. But that's fine with me, because just about everywhere I go, I like to leave a few stones unturned. That way, I have an excuse to come back again someday. On this occasion, despite being on a mission to get to our next major port of call, there was one place I just couldn't cruise by without stopping for a look. Leaving early, we made our way to the bottom of the island, to a place where you can see the earliest remnants of the island's mining heritage.
We've travelled from the north of the island almost to the southern tip. We're almost there. We've come to the Bay of Alikes, or Aliki, which is right behind me. It's named Aliki because this area here used to be a salt flat. Now, Alikes is basically salt flats in Greek. But I think the geology of this place isn't natural, and we're going to find out why. Mame, let's go.
When it comes to archaeologists, there's certainly no shortage of them in Greece, or at least that's what you'd think. The problem is, there are so many sites being discovered every year, there's just not enough money and therefore specialists to research them. But that's another story. In this instance, I was lucky enough to have Manuela to show me around. She's an archaeologist and an architect and knows everything about this remarkable place.
You're an architect by profession and you come from Strasbourg and yet you're doing archaeology in Greece. How did that come about?
I was just in love in archaeology, and I found a course on architecture and archaeology in Paris that brought me in Greece to study. And so I fall really in love in archaeology, and I stay in Greece.
And you've been here ever since?
Yes. Since,
how many years is that?
30 years now.
And you married an archaeologist?
Of course, an architect and archaeologist together, yes.
Fantastic.
Because we have to share this love.
So what I've been really looking forward to, Manuela, is that you're an expert, a PhD on quarries here, on the old ancient quarries that are 600 BC.
Yes.
Can we go and have a look?
Yes,
Let's
of course,
go.
great.
Ooh, yeah. Looking forward to this. Manuela, you don't have to be an archaeologist to work out that humans were here, the way things are cut so symmetrically, looking at this here, you know?
Yes, exactly. Here we will have a nice example of the first oldest extraction made by the Parian. You recognize here the wedges holes for putting the wedge inside.
So the block would fall off?
Exactly.
Amazing. So when you say Parians, you mean people from Paros?
Yes. People from Paros came here with their hews, with the tools and the techniques for extraction marble.
And how long ago was that?
600 in 6th century before.
So this is 600 BC?
Yes.
Wow. We should keep moving. This is interesting.
So that is the biggest cut of the quarries, of a front quarry in the classic and archaic time. Every lines a work of the different time of work.
The Parians would have been here in the...
On the top, we have still Parian traces.
Parian traces. And were they doing this in classic times as well?
Yes.
And what about Byzantine? Were they cutting here in Byzantine times?
Byzantine times, they go on the sea quarries that we will see now.
Can we go?
Yes, of
Thank
course.
you.
Here you have all the Byzantine quarries.
Wow. So we're talking sort of up to 600 AD.
Yes.
So from sort of 1 or 200, 600 AD, they were cutting here. Before that, 600 BC, they were cutting inside.
Yes.
The Parians, the classic Greeks, and then the Romans.
And the Roman came.
And the Romans came here.
Yeah.
They plundered, left,
Yes,
and the Byzantines kept cutting.
exactly.
Let's keep going, huh? Why did they leave it behind, Manuela?
They let it behind because they couldn't take it away. The quarry had stopped at 619 by an earthquake, and so the column stays here.
So this column's 1,400 years old, 1,400 years old.
Yes.
Wow.
And you see, it was ready to be taken away because it's finished. You have the plate here, you have still the marble, everything is done. He's ready to go away.
How heavy do you think this is?
About 16 tons.
Wow. Unbelievable, 16 tons.
Yes.
The machines they would have had to lift this thing 1,400 years ago.
A huge machine with a double hosting mast.
How do you've worked this out?
Yes, I worked it, and I wanted to know how it could be, how big it was, how it can lift 16 tons.
All right, we'll be there. Do the big walk up, eh?
Of course.
Oh.
For more than 2,500 years, this island has been exploited for its marble. You'd think it would have shrunk a little, thanks to so much of it being shipped around the world. Well, in some parts of Thasos, it has made a significant impact on the natural landscape. You can see it on this peninsula, where the Byzantines have excavated the marble, leaving it a flat expanse that you could almost think was a natural low-lying coastal feature.
One thing that has impressed me here is that you don't need to be an archaeologist, an architect or a builder to enjoy this. The walk is magnificent, and at the end there's this beautiful swim, so why don't we go for a swim?
I think so.
After you, Manuela. Let's go up this way, that's a bit more dangerous, mate. Look, I'm here this way.
In the next episode, I'll be making my final stop on Thasos before going to one of the most significant religious sites in Greece, Mount Athos. It's the monastic centre for the Eastern Orthodox and home to 20 monasteries. There's no wonder it's often called the Holy Mountain. It's a part of Greece that's shrouded in mystery, and my plan is to unravel just a little bit of it. I'll be spending a day in the life of a monk and experiencing firsthand the lifestyle of these most devout people. But don't go thinking the episode is all about religion, because I'm also heading to Samothrace, an island that's off the beaten path and known only to the more active and adventurous travellers.